What is up guys, this is Tito back with another video on the Redmi K20 Pro, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you the latest Axion V2 version 2.0, and this is beta 3 official build based on Android 16. It might sound a mouthful, but this ROM in my opinion does offer a lot of uniqueness that I will show you today. This ROM also comes with the GApps and vanilla kind of variants. As usual, I have actually flashed the GApps included variant here. There is that update pip from settings. It shows valid keybox to pass, and let me tell you that right out of the box it doesn't actually pass the safety net. Earlier I think I tried the Infinity X that actually passed the safety net stuff, or plain integrity stuff was passed right out of the box in that ROM, but here that's not the case. It shows failed, but yes, the developer has actually made a keybox available. I think in this notes you will see there is that valid keybox. It shows if you just click on it. Yes, obviously I'll link all the posts and stuff. This is the new key kind of XML. This is the keybox, I think, so I will try that. Yes, there is option to actually import the XML. By the way, the quick setting panel here looks like this. You might find it a lot more similarities to the NothingOS or something in the UI, because if you just go back, just look at that back icon. Yes, it definitely looks closer to NothingOS. And obviously you can notice the wallpaper, you can notice the battery widget and the other icon stuff. Yes, with the themed icons it definitely looks a lot like NothingOS. I have to say, it also has those widgets, like you can add a widget. Let me show you here in the widget settings. So if you just import these kind of widget, you will be able to actually use any kind of settings from all of these, like auto rotate and stuff. You can also add that right here. As you can see, if you just enable that, it will enable the auto rotate. There is a Wi-Fi and Bluetooth kind of widget that I have added, and we also have widgets like these, and you can actually enable the torch or something from here. Also show up any photos if you would like to from here. You can also have the grayscale kind of photo mode also. And even with the GApps included variant, these are the stock apps which are present in this ROM. It's very less. Some of the apps like Bing and stuff was getting restored because I restored my Google App Data backup. Otherwise, I would say even with GApps variant, it's a very light ROM. Zero bloatware here. And this launcher obviously has that double tap to sleep anywhere in the home screen. There is the launcher settings. This is the Pulse launcher, by the way, and it looks like this. These kind of animation here, it's new, and in the recents you will see for every app it's there. This is really nice that we have these new kind of look and animation here. I'm just loving it. And we have the notification dots, we have the add app icons to the home screen, wallpaper scrolling, zooming, normal stuff. We also have the suggestion disabling option. There is the hidden and protected apps separately for the launcher. Also there is the double tap to sleep anywhere in the home screen. This is my favorite feature pretty much. Yes, just look at that animation. Yes, that clock is also new, but let me just click on the blank area of the home screen. Yes, as you can see, wherever you just double tap, it will just lock right there. The animation will just go right there. It just looks so superb. Okay, so I was talking about the integrity stuff, so let me just go back to it. Yes, I have downloaded this new key kind of XML in my download folder. So for now, I'll just go to the settings, then go to the special features, then the experimental features and spoofing. Let me tell you, I have actually did this update play integrity fix, but that didn't fix anything. So right now I'm gonna just select this select keybox XML file, and right here it has appeared already. So I'll just click on the new key kind of XML. It shows file loaded. So I'll just click on update play integrity fix one more time. Let's check the play integrity stuff one more time. Boom, we have all the play integrity passed. And let's just test the Play Store. Yes, it's still showing this device is not certified, but let's just click on this fixed device issue. By the way, before doing that keybox importing, I tried it, it didn't work. So I'll just try now. After importing the keybox, it shows device check complete. So finally, you can use banking apps with this particular keybox. So that's great that the developer has actually provided us with the keybox so that you all can use banking apps and everything. And the quick setting panel here also just looks so superb, and it has all those animations and everything, and you can actually adjust the toggle sizes and stuff if you'd like to. And you can obviously add and edit multiple toggles from here. Power menu here looks like this, but if you ask me personally, the most interesting part is the volume panel. Let me show you how beautiful it looks. Just notice. Yes, in the white theme it looks like this. Now if I just enable the dark theme, so yeah, it looks like this. I feel this is really one of the most or coolest looking volume panel I have seen pretty much in recent times. And if you just expand the volume panel, This is how it looks like. You can put the phone into vibrate or silent from right here. Now obviously this ROM actually looks like NothingOS, and it has some flavors of the NothingOS. If you want to try nothing kind of looking UI on a 6-year-old device, this should be your go-to ROM. And it has the NothingOS kind of battery widget. It has the NothingOS kind of volume panel, I guess. It also has the NothingOS kind of back button. This back button, it is definitely looking like NothingOS or Nothing UI, whichever you call it. And if you are still not getting that vibe, let me show you the settings. Go to the wallpapers and styles, go to the change wallpaper option, and boom, you will find the Nothing Phone 1 wallpapers like these ones. You will also find the Nothing Phone 2 wallpapers like these ones. Pixel 80 and stuff is there, but there is also the Nothing Phone 2A kind of wallpapers right there. And these are, by the way, by default. You don't need to actually download anything. Just look at this. There is the CMF kind of wallpaper also by Nothing. There is the Nothing 2A Plus Community Edition wallpapers. There is even the Nothing Phone 3A kind of wallpapers here. Not all other custom ROMs has this NothingOS kind of flavor. I am really enjoying it on the K20 Pro here. Here in the about section, this is how it looks like. It's not too much, but yeah, it's pretty simplistic, I would say. Has this kind of wallpaper, and we have this Axion version 2 mentioned over here. Shows the device name and the storage capacity. So huge thanks to the developer of this ROM. Into the Android version section, of course, we have Android version as Android 16. So this is nice. We are again running Android 16 on a 6-year-old device, guys. And here we have the Axion version, shows 2.0 beta, and this is the 29th August 2025 build actually. It shows GMS also right here. And the security patch is August 1st, 2025. The security patch is of August 1st, 2025. So pretty much latest, I would say. We have the stock kernel 4.14 perf kernel, and the build date here is again 29th August. Now let me show you the system settings. This is how it looks like. We got the button settings right here. There is the power menu and advanced reboot, all these things, and there is a long press to toggle torch. Now the good thing is, in a lot of ROMs I have seen like enabling or toggling the torch in Android 16, it is not actually giving you full brightness here. But in this particular ROM, actually it is giving full brightness. I have seen like this kind of torch intensity. It's a lot more, I would say. What I was getting is, it's a silly thing to complain, I know, but yeah, I feel like the torch here, it's just a lot more bright than other ROMs. Even when compared to the Poco A5 that I'm using, sometimes I have seen this long press forward and toggle torch dims the torch a lot. I hope you got my point. And here we have the system profiles and stuff. Then we have the USB configuration, normal stuff, and we have the system updated. Now here it looks cool. We have this Axion OS 2.0 and this looking like Lineage OS kind of. And yeah, this updater may not work. So if you receive a future update, I'd just suggest that you dirty flash it in future. Also, if you want to actually flash this ROM on your device, if I didn't mention, obviously the flashing guides and stuff will be listed in the description box below. So do check it out. And into the special features, let me show you. There is the experimental features that I have already showed you, this spoofing stuff. Not all, but I'll try to show you those. There is notification row transparency. This is the transparency I think they are talking about. And there's a security kind of option. There is ignore Windows secure flags. There is hide app list. There is hide developer option. If you don't know what these are, you can ask me in the comments. I'll just reply to you. And we have the spoofing. There is enable GMS spoofing. Unlimited Google photo storage is right there, and that is really one of the most lovely feature in my opinion. Unlock higher FPS in games is there. If you're a gamer, this will be useful. Now let me go back. There is also the sidebar kind of features. So if you enable that, let's enable an app like this calculator app, full app drawer. Yeah, the sidebar actually, yeah, this actually looks superb. I can minimize it. Okay, so this is nice, guys. This is actually nice. I can resize it. No. So I was hoping I could resize it, but yeah, I don't see a resize option. But this sidebar actually will be useful, and the animations here are actually looking good even with the sidebar. Now in the gestures, we have the quick tap. These are basically the system gestures which are moved here, and we have the quick tap options. Let's just test it, and it shows quick tap detected, so it should be working. We have the double press power button to open camera and stuff. Let's test that too. And yep, yes, it has launched the camera. This is nice. Now we also have the 3-finger swipe to take a screenshot, but you have to actually select it to take a screenshot. Otherwise you can select it to multiple different tasks, but I don't think people would use that to actually toggle a lot more other things for the 3-finger screenshot gesture, which is working great. Shows the share, edit, delete in full text right here. Then we have the navigation mode. In the settings of it, we have the navigation hint, we have the swipe to invoke assistant and other stuff. Let me go back. We have the circle to search. If you want a demo of it, let me just quickly give it to you. Here, if I just tap and hold on the bell bar, as you can see, the circle to search here is actually working properly. You might be noticing it. And let me show you also, it can actually translate the text. Yes, as you can see, it has translated the text and stuff. Also, swiping up from the corners actually gives you that Gemini. It does that really cool animation. I think this animation is newer and it looks just beautiful. Even in the dark theme I have seen, it just looks so much better from the bottom. There is a one-handed mode and stuff. There is the double tap to check phone. Yes, lift to check phone, I have enabled that. I have also enabled another thing. That is why I have this kind of always on kind of display, but it will go off after 10 seconds so that it doesn't consume a lot of battery here. As you can see, I do not have the always on display turned on, even though this kind of always on display is appearing for 10 seconds. I have enabled that from the always on display settings, I guess, but I'll show you that later. In the game space, obviously you can add any game. I think it has automatically added the N2 and Call of Duty from over here. There is the lock screen customization. There is the lock screen widget and stuff. If you enable that, let me show you how it looks like in the lock screen. Yes, you will get all of these kind of widgets. There is the torch and stuff you can enable by one click. There is Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all these things. You can actually customize that too, I guess. Yes, from here you can actually enable whichever you want to. There is a quick look kind of option. There is swipe down on lock screen to view the quick setting panel, but you can actually disable it for privacy reasons if you don't like that, like me. And we have the mistouch prevention kind of option. Media cover out is normal stuff. We have the use device controls. Then there is this power off verify kind of thing. Like if you want to power off the device, it asks you for the pin. This is not your standard always on display settings. Let me show you. On the bottom, you will see there is the option to show info briefly after screen turns off. And this will actually keep the ambient display on for 5 seconds. Sorry, I was actually saying it about 10 seconds, but yeah, it's 5 seconds, but it's really cool. It just gives you a different kind of flavor. And I feel it's better than MIUI. By the way, even the pickup gesture here is working fine. Let me show you. Yeah, it's a little dim, but yeah, right now it came back with the display brightness. And going back animation and stuff. Here also, if I just open Play Store and just go back, just notice that animation, how cool it looks. There is double tap to check phone and stuff. There is wake screen for notification, edge lighting, all these things. And in the app settings, there is the cloned apps. There is app lock. Now also the app lock here is actually working, and this is how the app lock UI will look like if you use that app lock. And if I just tap the fingerprint scanner, it just unlocks the app and goes wherever I left it. Now let's talk about the lock screen clock style. And if you go into the wallpapers and styles, in here it doesn't show you anything. This is a little bit weird, but I think you can actually change one by one and see however which one looks like. Like let me just give you one demo here. If I just change it, it changes to this, and in the lock screen it will look like this. And by default it was looking like this. It looks good enough, I would say. And I'll show you the screenshots of the other lock screen clocks. Obviously, in the home screen settings, we have the font customization and everything. There are a lot of fonts, obviously, including with the Nothing dot font. And with that, yes, this is how it looks like. All the text and stuff has turned into Nothing dot kind of font. And here also in the notification panel, yes, it might be a little bit hard to actually read. But yeah, if you're a fan of it, definitely go for it. But for now, I'll just choose the default one. We have the shapes, and yeah, a lot of shapes are there. We have the app grid, and the app grid is up to a lot. 5:9 and stuff is there, but obviously I'm using 5:5 here. Then we have the battery settings right here. We have the battery information right here, but the cycle count actually shows unavailable for now. The charging control option is there. If you enable it, your fast charging speeds will just drop, so don't just enable it. There is performance mode. You can disable it from here. There is battery manager and stuff. There is battery saver, battery usage, all these things. Yes, I had the performance mode enabled, and even with that, I would say the screen on time here might be a little bit exaggerated, but you might be getting about 7+ hours of screen on time if you have a newer battery. And the screen off, actually the standby shows more than 1 week here easily. Combine use again shows as 3 days. I would say just the standby drain here, it's a lot less. When you are putting the device in idle, it just almost doesn't consume any battery. The battery life here, it's just great. Also, while charging, it looks very beautiful with the charging animations. And yes, the fast charging here also should be working fine if you do not actually enable charging control. Yes, there is also the create profiles. You can also use that, but I didn't actually use it. Now inside security, this is how it looks like. There is private space, and in the more security settings, there is theft protection option. If you want to use that, you totally can. And by the way, the app lock again is present in the app settings, and in the fingerprint option, there is screen off fingerprint unlock. You can enable that. And once you enable that, even when your screen totally turns off, it will be always available, like from this dark screen, or totally no always on display or anything. I just tap here. It just wakes up the device and just unlocks with just one single tap on the fingerprint scanner area with a registered fingerprint scanner, obviously, or with a registered finger, I mean. So yeah, it looks beautiful, and the animations here of the fingerprint scanner unlocking, just notice it, how beautiful it looks, even from the lock screen. Yeah, it looks superb. Even with the app lock again, it is working fine. And by the way, let me tell you, there is also the face unlock, but I haven't actually set that up. It should be working, no worries. Let's just open websites like this test2fo, and here, even with HDR turned on, yes, it's giving proper 60 FPS, and the display is obviously running at 60 Hz. There is no overclocking or anything here. If I just open multiple apps, let me show you. Open Play Store. Let's just open that calculator too. Let's open Instagram too. And YouTube as well. So if I start scrolling in different apps like X, yes, sometimes it starts to load. That's why it lags a little bit. But yeah, overall, considering this is a 60 Hz device, this is fine, I would say. Even in YouTube, the performance here, it's decent. It's not bad at all. And switching between apps, it's not a problem. And even in Play Store and everything, it's not a problem at all. Opening apps and closing apps, it's just a very good experience. And that going back animation, I just love it. Even on YouTube, is it available? No, it's just available in system apps like Play Store and stuff. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is overall the daily driving performance and everything should be decent. And even the animations, yes, the clock app has been updated and it looks great. And if I go into the stopwatch, start it, just look at these buttons. These has been changed into the pixel kind of UI, and now you are getting a lot more bigger buttons, like the dialer and stuff also has updated. And in case if you're wondering, yes, it also has the Google dialer and stuff, and faulty calling and stuff should be working fine. And even there is BCR, so you can use it if you'd like to. But I'm not a big fan of this app drawer. Has this search bar on the bottom, which is a little weird. But yeah, you can definitely use it if you'd like to from right here. Overall, again, the performance on this ROM, it's just great. And here are the Android Geekbench code and the other benchmarks that I have tested on this specific build, so that you can get an idea about the overall UI performance here. I actually almost forgot to show you guys the stock camera here. Well, that is the Leica kind of camera here, and yeah, it has almost everything. Let me show you. There is the video settings, and with the video settings, you can actually go up to 4K, and 60 FPS is actually supported with the rear camera. That is really insane. Let me switch to the front camera. Yes, front camera is also working fine, no need to worry. Even in the portrait mode and stuff, it's working. I'll show you some of the samples with this camera. There is documents mode, and you can actually swipe up to get more, but you have to enable that from the settings. But yeah, overall you get the idea. It is like fast camera, I would say. No issues that you will face here. Just took this quick photo, and I have actually checked. This is a 12 megapixel photo. The quality is really nice, no issues. And there is the edit kind of options, and there is a new edit and stuff of Google. Looks like this. There are actions, there are markup features, there are filters, lighting, and the color kind of adjustment. So yeah, you get the idea. This is like everything is Android 16 and everything is just fresh. Obviously the 0.66, 1x, 2x, all these options are working great. Overall, I have almost zero complaints, and there is that motorized front camera. How many devices does that in 2025? I don't know. Just look at this, how seamlessly it's still working after 6 years, because it's a mechanical thing. But yeah, overall you get the full display and everything. So this device is definitely unique, and custom ROMs just make it even better day by day, or year by year, you can actually say. There is sound and vibration settings. If you just scroll down, there is volume steps, there is media controls, vibration and haptics. It looks like this. There are the in-call vibration options, dial pad tone, screen locking sound, charging sound, etc. You can enable or disable. Dolby Atmos is also there. There is the choose profile options. There are the graphic equalizer options. There is the intelligent equalizer as well, speaker virtualization stuff, dialogue enhancer, and the bass enhancer and the volume leveler stuff is there. Haptic feedback, you can actually customize it from right here. This is nice. In the display settings, we have the brightness level, and yeah, the brightness slider actually looks so dope here. I just love it. There is adaptive or auto brightness, and there is the one-shot auto brightness as well. Screen off, timeout is there, and there is the dark theme. Yes, there is the pure black kind of option as well if you want to use that. Night light option is there. Live display is there. There is color calibration options. Colors, I have actually chosen it to boost it. Then we have the color contrast options. HDR display, actually disable that because it just pumps up the colors a little bit weirdly when I open a photo or anything. Prevent accidental wake up is there. I actually do not have it enabled, but still, let me show you in the lock screen. If I just look at this, it still does that. Okay, so this is actually mistouch prevention. I didn't notice. So yeah, this is actually working. So if I just remove my hand, it just goes away. There is display cutout, display features options is there. There is anti-flicker, even the high brightness mode is there, and this is just insane brightness, and even the FPS overlay is there. There is status bar kind of option. There is Wi-Fi standard, system icons, quick pull down, all these things for the status bar. And there is the battery style changing option too. I have been obviously using it with the iOS 16 style because I love it. It looks great. There is brightness slider position. You can actually have it on show always. In the quick setting panel, you can say it is still available, and in the longer quick setting panel, it is also available obviously. And by the way, tapping over here, it actually opens the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth settings. These work super fine. This is how the notification panel actually looks like. There is notification history, there is clear all, and there's notification settings on the right. It has this really cool look on the UI. But overall, the ROM definitely looks clean and different and unique. I feel this nothing style UI is what makes this Axion OS version 2 different from other custom ROMs, and I am definitely loving it because it's totally different. Like, it is very seamless. You tap over here, it just does that animation. If you just unlock, it does that animation. You just press the power button, just look at that animation again. Yeah, everywhere it's just so seamless. So time to wrap up this video, guys. If you actually have enjoyed it, please share this video with your friends if you want them to know about the latest Axion OS version 2, how it's running with Android 16 on the Redmi K20 Pro, which is a 6-year-old device. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. This is Tito from KTNTECH signing off for today, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye bye now.